to today's video. I'm going to mix it up today because on Wednesdays I'm going to start doing documentaries because my idol, Stacey Dooley, she does documentaries and I want to sort of highlight the wrong sufferings in the world, and that's what I'd really love to do when I'm older as well as having a daytime telly show. I'd love to, highlight the bad things going on in the world. So Wednesdays it's going to be documentaries and Fridays it's going to be daft, funny, off my head. But I'm going to get straight into it. So today's video is going to be all revolved around Instagram, influencers, ambassadors, and how you can be enticed in the wrong site. And it can be very dangerous. So the reason I wanted to do this video today is because I recently watched a documentary by a young woman called Ellie Flynn, and she highlighted the wrongdoings, with Instagram and how ambassadors can entice you in. So there's two main companies. There's one called MLN and there's one called NU Skin. And what they do is they'll give you a message and they'll say, oh, we love your look of your profile. Do you fancy being an ambassador? We'll give you this, so many followers. We'll give you this, we'll give you that. Straight away you think, oh my gosh, yeah. A couple of Instagram accounts have, messaged me and I've been straight away on it. I've looked at the site and the dresses are like £50 and, they're so expensive, and behind this ambassador world you have to pay so much. NU Skincare, they expect you to buy at least 27 products and each product is at least £20 each. So that comes to, Ellie Flynn added it up and it came to about £500 just to get the first kit. So straight away you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to get all this money for being an ambassador, when really you're paying so much to be trained anyway. The MLN is a company in America, and that's also similar, like beauty care and things like that. And it's linked with a church as well. So obviously some churches are very traditional and some are quite old-fashioned, and they believe that women should stay at home, should cook clean and do all that. And some women are enticed with their religion and very, very take it seriously, which is absolutely fine. So they believe that, oh well, that's perfect then. If you can still be a part of your religion but then have a stay-at-home job as well, it works out perfectly. And so they'll say to women, you can have a business as well as, staying at home. And she goes on to talk to this woman, and some people do take it very, very seriously in ways in which they believe that that's the only job, that's the only calling they've got. And so there was this one woman and she spent 2 years working in this job. She only gained £20 from it. And she had a husband, she had a child, and this site promised her everything. And if you think, right, you've got one boss at the top gaining all this in. So that one boss creates this site, lucky enough, tells 5 people. Those 5 people get more people in their team, tells another 5 people, and it goes on and on and on and on like a pyramid. But you've got to realise who's at the top of that pyramid. The boss. So on these sites and on these adverts and stuff like that, they'll say, do you want like 5k, 5-figure number, like is your wage? So you're thinking, 4, yeah. When really it's not like that. If you think part of this company, so part of another company called U Boutique, there's 20,000 participants in it. You're telling me that each person involved in that is getting 5-figure numbers as their wage? It's not possible at all. So she goes to one meeting and she's undercover and she's sat there, and there's this one influencer and she's got loads of followers, she's got the Instagram, she's got the body, she's got the look, she's got everything. And she's talking and she basically says, you've got to attack people's weak points. To see if you put on your Instagram, oh, I'm feeling, I've got no money, I've got this, I really want this bag, oh, I want to spend time on my kids, I want to do this, I want to do that. They'll prey on that and think, oh, well, I'll give them a message and hopefully, because they've got no money, they'll think this is the only option. Someone went as far as saying it's so predatory that once you're in it, it's sort of like a cult. She goes on to talk to this older woman as well, and she speaks as if, like, sometimes cults don't involve, like on American Horror Story there's a cult. Sometimes it doesn't involve people torturing each other. It can be say if you're in a job and that's the only source of income you're getting, and you've got a family, you've got a house to provide for, you've got all this, and you can't find another job, you're stuck. And they'll prey on that and they'll tell you can't go anywhere, you're stuck, you're stuck, you're stuck. And you start to believe that, and people do get trapped in this world. And I wanted to say as well, on Instagram, there's, influencers and stuff like that. And before I do say what I'm going to say, completely, I agree with some influencers. I agree with, like Molly Mail Love Island. She's brilliant, and she works with Pretty Little Thing. You've got Boohoo, you've got Place, all these legit sites which are brilliant. And you see these lovely photos, and it does make you want to be like that. But there's also this idealisation of the perfect body, flat belly, big bum, all this. But beauty comes in different shapes and sizes. Some people have also said it's as if you're buying into a dream, you're buying into this fantasy, and don't ever feel you're any less of a person or you're unworthy just because you don't have 50k followers, just because you don't have 1,000 likes, because it's not about that. It's so much about what's on the inside and not what's on the out. It's not at all. But yeah, it's not what it seems. Like, she also went on to talk to this model who sells pornographic images of herself. She gains 50k a month. She had people as young as 15 messaging her saying, how do you get this money? What do you do? Like, how do you get all these things to wear? And they were enticed by it because of social media. And she even said, it's a completely different world. That's the only source of income she's getting. She even said if I wasn't earning the money, she would not do that. Like, she's broadcasting herself everywhere. And it is so scary, the world we live in, that those images can get to anyone at any time. And behind that screen, behind that social media, is completely different. Things aren't as the same. They're not at all. You don't know what people are going through till you've walked in their shoes. 1,000%. And this is why I wanted to just highlight the importance of social media in this video, and just to sort of open your minds a bit, just to open your minds that social media isn't always the answer, and it's not. Don't ever feel like you need 1,000 followers, because you are you, and own it. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it has helped you in a way, and I hope it's shared a bit of awareness. Next week's documentary, I'm going to base it around drugs and how drugs have took over. But that's next Wednesday, so tune in for that one. But have a lovely, lovely day, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye!